There's another universe. Please make some noise.
Hey my little raggities, what is up? How are you doing? How are you feeling? If you are new here, I am Rana Swan, aka your new book bestie, and today is kind of like a shop my shelves video, but not really, because I don't have the big massive shelves like you rich girlies do. But one day I will, and when I do, trust and believe I'm gonna be showing them off every video, okay? But since I don't, I just got my books here stacked, you know, stacked like me, real thick. And yeah, we're gonna be looking through them. Now, this is not gonna be my official TBR for July. This is just a coulda, maybe, shoulda, possibly, might, may not, probably will read these for July, okay? So far, I've been averaging about like 10 to 12 books a month. I know that sounds crazy, but escapism. Stay with me, okay? So I have 10 books here that I may or may not possibly could maybe potentially, if I really focus on it, I could achieve it if I believe it. I have it here. So let's get through this stack. So first up, I have Till Summer Do Us Part. I literally just bought this for the pretty frayed edges, and I like it. I like the cover. Even if I don't like the book, I don't care. Oh, side note, if you're new here and you hear something that sounds like a baby lamb or a baby sheep or a baby goat, my last name is not McDonald. I do not live on a farm. That is my child's stemming. I don't produce goat milk over here. There's no injured sheep, okay? Okay, back to the video. So Scotty, she's like the only woman in the office, and like they're all happily married, and you know, telling their tales of like, oh, my wife this, my wife that. And so in order to like impress her boss, she comes up with this story of about her husband who she's at odds with. Mind you, Scotty ain't married, she ain't got a man in sight. But her best friend is like, don't worry, girl. Like, I know your boss is trying to send you to his therapist so that you can get some marriage counseling done. But don't worry, my brother, who you think is super cute anyway, he's saying that he's going to pretend to be your husband. And so this is supposedly a super cute rom-com, and the girlies on TikTok was like, yeah, you should read it, Raina. It's really good. It's really funny. And one person was like, Megan Quinn is the queen of rom-coms. I'm like, okay, girl, I don't really know you, but if you say so. So yeah, the brother of the friend, he is more than happy to take on the job of being her boyfriend. And we already know how this is gonna go. They might end up on the love. Scotty might mess it up and blow everything to smithereens, and you know, things might backfire. She might get fired, who knows? But yes, so I will definitely be sticking my pinky toe into this book for July. This is like a guaranteed read for me. I'm going to start this July for, ooh, am I lying? I think I'm lying. I might start this the second week of July. We'll see. We'll see. Also, on the guaranteed list, I have One Summer in Savannah. So I might read this with my Discord, Raggedy Reads, or I might just read it alone. I don't know. But for those of you who don't know, I do have a Discord called Raggedy Reads. It's free. And every 3 weeks, no, not every 3 weeks, at the end of every month, because I did change it. At first it was every 3 weeks, but at the end of every month, that last week of the month, we do read a new book. We will be reading a new book. Tomorrow we are starting Homeward by Angela Jackson Brown, and it is going to be our first raggedy read in our Discord. So I'm super excited about that. And so I'm thinking maybe I'll follow it up with One Summer in Savannah. I don't know. We'll see. So this might be a book that I'll read with my Discord. So we'll see. But yeah, I didn't even tell y'all what it's about. Basically, it's been 8 years since Sarah left home in Savannah, Georgia. 8 years since her daughter Alana came into this world following a terrifying assault that left deep emotional wounds. Sarah would do anything to forget, but when Sarah's father falls ill, she's forced to return home and face the ghosts of her past. Now, while caring for her father and running his bookstore, Sarah is desperate to protect her curious, outgoing genius daughter from the Wilders, the family of the man who assaulted her. Sarah thinks she can succeed. Her attacker is in prison, and his identical twin brother Jacob left 2 years ago, right? And they and their mother are all unaware of Alana's existence. Like, they don't know this lady done had a baby. But Sarah learns that the twin brother, Jacob, is coming back into town. And that is absolutely terrifying. So, I'm assuming that this is gonna be really, really sad and heavy. So, I don't know. I might read this in my Discord. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Should I read this with those of you who have joined my Discord or what? Let me know. And then next on the maybe coulda possibly have read it, maybe we will, maybe we won't list. We have The Troop by Nick Cutter. I was really holding off on reading this book until like fall because it's given very eerie. So it is about a scoutmaster who leads a troop of boys into the Canadian wilderness for a weekend camping trip. A tradition as comforting and reliable as a good ghost story around a roaring bonfire. But when an unexpected intruder stumbles upon their campsite, shockingly thin, disturbingly pale, and ferociously hungry, Tim and the boys are exposed to something far more frightening than any tale of horror or terror. The human carrier of a bioengineered nightmare. A horror that spreads faster than fear. So this seems like it's gonna have some type of creature features, something that's gonna be flesh eating or something that's gonna be shape shifting. So I don't know if I want to read this in July, but it sounds so good. And I'm like, ugh, do I hold off or should I just like, should I do it or should I just wait? Cause I definitely want to have some creepy books to read in the month of October and maybe even September around that time. I don't know. So drop down in the comments, let me know, should I save this troop till October or not? Like, what do you think? But I feel like this is gonna be, if not a 5-star, a 4-star read. So we're gonna see. I don't know. This is a maybe. I'm put that in the maybe pile. And then we have Wrong Place, Wrong Time. This book has been on my TBR for so long. And I'm like, oh, this is another one that I'm like, I don't know if I want to wait till fall to read it because it's another thriller, creepy type of vibe, you know? So it says, can you stop a murder after it's already happened? So this is kind of like a time travel type of thriller. So it says late October. See, I gotta wait till October, but I'm gonna let y'all know what it's about anyway. Late October, after midnight, you're waiting up for your 18-year-old son. He's past curfew. As you watch from the window, he emerges and you realize he isn't alone. He's walking toward a man and he's armed. You can't believe it when you see him do it. Your funny, happy teen son, he kills a stranger right there on the street outside of your house. You don't know who, you don't know why. You only know your son is now in custody, his future shattered. That night, you fall asleep in despair, all is lost until you wake and it is yesterday. And every morning you wake up a day earlier, another day before the murder, with another chance to stop it. Somewhere in the past lies an answer. the trigger for this crime, and you don't have a choice but to find it. So, what y'all think about that one? Ooh, time travel. Could you stop it? But that would change everything. I don't know. I think I want to say this for October just because it's in October. I'm gonna put this in a mid pile. Y'all can tell me what y'all think. Wrong place, wrong time. Are y'all a theme type of person? Do y'all like to go with themes as far as like cozy books in the fall and spooky books toward the end of the fall, light-hearted books in December? Like, do y'all care about stuff like that? Or y'all just read what y'all want to read when y'all want to read it? Okay, drop down in the comments and let me know. And then also on this list, I have The Wife Before by Sonora Williams. Now, Sonora girl, she's a sometimey author for me. Like, sometimes her book be like, yes, you did your big one. And other times I'd be like, okay, you nibbled a little bit. You did all right. So that's kind of why I haven't read The Wife Before. I've read the other ones. I did not read her newest one that just came out, even though I did have the ARC. But I was like, the reviews are mixed. So I'm not really in a rush to read that. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't gotta have that. So I didn't do it. I didn't do that. So now I'm like, I have The Wife Before. It's on my shelf. I believe I got this for my birthday. So what does it say? Samira Wilder has never had it easy, and when her latest lousy job goes south, things only promise to get harder until she unexpectedly meets a man who will change her life forever. Renowned pro golfer Roland Graham is wealthy, handsome, and caring, and Samira is dazzled. I don't know if I'm saying that lady name right. Samira. It's gonna be Samira today. And best of all, he seems to understand her better than anyone ever has. And though their relationship moves a bit fast, when Roland proposes, Samira accepts. She even agrees to relocate to his secluded Colorado mansion. After all, there's nothing to keep her in Miami, and the mansion clearly makes him happy. Soon they are married amid a media firestorm, and Samira can't wait to make a fresh start as the second Mrs. Graham. Girl, why would you ever want that to be your moniker, your tagline, honey? I'm the second Mrs. Graham. Like, what, girl? Samira settles into the mansion blissfully happy until she discovers long hidden journals belonging to Roland's late wife, Melanie, who died in a tragic accident. With each dusty page, I know that's right, dusty page, Samira comes to realize that perhaps it was no accident at all, that perhaps her perfect husband is not as perfect as she thought. Even as her trust in Roland begins to dwindle and a shadow falls over her marriage and she begins to fear for her own life, Samira is determined to uncover the truth of Melanie's troubled last days. But even good wives should know that the truth is not always what it seems. So he love bombed Samira and she fell for it. This sounds like it's gonna piss me off. Like Samira gonna get on my nerves. But you know what? This might, yeah, hell yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the fuck it, pal. Let's do it, okay? Next on the list. Woo! Next on the list, honey. We do have Power of the Dog. Now, y'all see me buy this book if you're not new here. And the only reason that's been stopping me from really reading this, can you read this? Exactly, I can barely read it and I'm sitting in front of it. Look at this small ass font. I went to go look up the audiobook and that shit said 20 hours. 20 hours? What do you possibly have to say? What? So I'm like, this is a maybe, but I do want to read it because it's like, it has Kingpin vibes. It has like a whole like Godfatherly vibe, you know what I'm saying? A little cartel, little Pablo Escobar vibe going on, and I'm interested. I'm digging it. So it is about an obsessive DEA agent. Then you got the Barilla brothers. Remember I was telling y'all about the Barilla brothers? They was, you know, toting them things, okay? They run a drug empire, and then you have a jaded teenager who becomes a high class hooker. Then you got you got a father who's a Catholic priest. Then you got an Irish kid who's turns into a hitman, and then you stir all that up and you throw them into a Mexican drug federation in the streets of New York City. So that's what this book is giving. And it's a lot going on. And I know it's gonna be good because when I was in Goodwill and I found that book, the man kept bothering me that was in the aisle looking at books with me. He's like, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, go ahead and do that one. That one right there. I'm like, sir, once is enough. Stop looking over my shoulder trying to see what I'm picking up. Mind your business. My God. So yeah, this is a maybe. We're gonna put this in a maybe pile because what y'all think? Should I just do a little immersive reading and just get it over with? That's probably not the right attitude to have with that, huh? Because I'm probably gonna go in like, oh my God, I don't want to read it. This book is 20 hours long. But what do you think? Like, should I just do it or should I just wait? I don't know. That's giving me fall vibes, but I don't know. What do I know? I just live here. The next on the list, we have 14 Ways to Die. This has been out for some years, and I was supposed to read this some time ago. But yeah, this might be another October read. I don't know. You're gonna let me know though, right? Okay, don't leave me hanging. So let me know what you think. So it says, you have to murder at least 3 people to be called a serial killer. That's the rules. Who wrote that? The Magpie Man is looking for his 14th victim. 14. I don't even know 14 people. Okay, I'm lying. But 14 is crazy. Okay, so it says, when Jess was 7, her mother was murdered by the Magpie Man. And she was the first of his victims, but not the last. 10 years later, the killer is still at large, and Jess applies to appear on an internet reality show in which she'll be filmed once a week for a whole day. All her social media, every text, and all personal interaction will be seen by viewers. She knows this is her chance to remind the public of what she has lost and to finally find the vital clue that will lead her to her mother's killer. When the show starts airing, Jess becomes public property and her life is an open book just waiting to be read. Then the anonymous text messages start, and Jess begins to realize that the Magpie Man is watching her every move. Told in short, intense chapters, Jess' story is about risking everything to uncover a killer before he can strike again, even if she might be his next victim. You know, I do remember saying I was gonna read this because this is literally the chapter right here. Like, when they say short chapters, they mean short chapters. Now that's gonna make me feel like I'm getting through it. So you know what? This is going in the fuck it, let's do it pal. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. Now, I also have 2 Riley Sager books on this list. Or Sager, however you say that man's last name. I have The Last Time I Lied, and I also have Lock Every Door. Which one's better? I know you read these books. Don't look at me like you don't know. I know you know. Which one is better? Which one should I start with? Or should I save these for October? I don't know. So let's see what The Last Time I Lied is about, okay? So you have 2 truths and a lie, right? That's the game, right? So Vivian, Natalie, Allison, and Emma have been playing this game at Camp Nightingale all the time, right? But the games ended the night Emma sleepily watched the others sneak out of the cabin into the darkness. The last she or anyone saw of them was Vivian closing the cabin door, hushing Emma with a finger pressed to her lips. Now a rising star in the New York art scene, Emma turns her past into paintings, massive canvases filled with dark, gnarled branches that cover ghostly shapes in white dresses. She crazy. When the paintings catch the attention of the wealthy owner of Camp Nightingale, Francesca implores Emma to return to the newly reopened camp as an art instructor. Can we get a hell no for 500 bob? Wouldn't she like to put the past to rest? Familiar faces in the same dark lake haunt Nightingale, where Emma is even assigned to the same cabin she slept in 15 years ago. But not everything is the same. The only security camera is pointing directly at Emma's door, and long hidden cryptic clues that Vivian left behind begin to surface. Soon, Emma finds herself sorting through the lies from the past while facing mysterious threats in the present. And the closer she gets to the truth about Camp Nightingale, the more she realizes that closure could come at a deadly price. Now, Emma girl, why would you go back to that campsite? That don't make no sense. And you know what, Francesca, you had something to do with it, or your grandpa has something to do with it, or your uncle. Like, somebody in your family has something to do with them girls going missing, and you're trying to copy the legacy. I done cracked the code. That's what it is. Because why you got them cameras pointed at that lady? Or maybe Francesca don't know nothing about it, and somebody else has put a little bug in the ear. It was like, girl, call up Emma and have her come in, do some paints or something. Come paint these cabins or something. You know what I'm saying? We need a little upgrade in these rooms. Tell her we pay her $5 an hour. I don't know. Is Emma poor? Do she need the money? She down bad? Because why would she go back to the campsite? Like, it will be a hell no from me. So, I don't know. This not going into the fucking let's do it, pal. This going into the maybe. That's going into the maybe, pal. Now, lock every door. I've heard good things about this one. Let's see what this one's about, okay? Her dream apartment, her worst nightmare. After responding to a mysterious newspaper advertisement, Jules Larson gets a job as an apartment sitter at the Bartholomew, one of Manhattan's most famous and secretive buildings. At first, the extravagance of the Bartholomew feels like a lucky break for recently heartbroken and penniless Jules Felt, who has been haunted by misfortune for most of her life. Me too. But when a fellow apartment sitter in the building goes missing, Jules begins to suspect there are dark forces at work behind the Bartholomew's glamorous facade. Digging deeper into the building's past, Jules soon realizes that the Bartholomew is more dangerous than she thought, and that escape may be impossible. Okay, it's given, I'm gonna say this for October, because that synopsis didn't really give me much. Okay, like, an apartment sitter went missing. Like, the apartment complex is kind of like not so great. Okay, oh my gosh, girl, move. Like, oh yeah, you broke. They did say you was broke. My bad. You right. I'm being insensitive. That's true. But I'm gonna wait till October. I'm gonna wait. Which one was the fucking pal? Let's do it. No, this one was the maybe. And so this, okay, wait, don't put this in a maybe pal, put this in a no, absolutely not. Well, let me know, did you like that book? Because I know you read it. You looking at me like, no, I didn't. Okay. And then last on the list, we have People Person by Candace Carty Williams. Now, Candace girl, you was the same one that wrote Queenie. Now, a lot of y'all don't like Queenie. And we understand why. A lot of y'all don't like this author because she was on Twitter dragging people for saying they didn't like Queenie. Did you know that? Did you know that this lady was on Twitter arguing with readers that did not like Queenie? And I'm trying to find, yeah, this is you. Yep, this is her. And you know, like most authors, when they write like their second book or whatever, they'll put a picture of their first book, like, yeah, check out my other book. Like, she didn't put that other book on here. I don't think she's too proud of it. Maybe she is. She got a whole TV show out of it. I don't know. But yeah, so she was on Twitter arguing with people about not liking Queenie, and yeah, she was like being real snarky, like maybe you should write your own book, like, or was it like a indie author, and she was like, oh, something like the thing, like, oh, good luck with your book sales, or something shady. It was something shady. Don't quote me, but she was, yeah, she was giving that type of time, like, oh, like, let's see what you can do with your pen. Basically, that's the type of vibe she was on. So I don't know. So let's see what this book is about. If you could choose your family, you wouldn't choose the Penningtons. One father, 4 mothers, 5 children. I know you got to be kidding me. Papa was a Rolling Stone, honey. We didn't even open the book yet. Okay, so the author of Queenie, a brazenly hilarious, tell it like it is first novel, named Book of the Year by Brit. Okay, you want to throw your accolades. Okay, let's get to what the book is about. So Dimple Pennington knows of her half siblings, Nakisha, Danny, Lizzie, and Prince, but she doesn't really know them. There are 5 people who don't have anything in common except disappointment, faint memories of being driven through Brinkston in their dad's gold Jeep, and some pretty complex abandonment issues. Besides, Dimple has bigger things to think about. She's 30 and her life isn't really going anywhere. An aspiring lifestyle influencer with a wayward boyfriend, Dimple's world has shrunk to the size of a phone screen. Despite a small but loyal following, she's never felt more alone. That is until a dramatic event brings her half siblings crashing back into her life, and when they're all forced to reconnect with Cyril Pennington, the absent father they never really knew, things get even more complicated. From an author with a flair for storytelling that appears effortlessly authentic, People Person is a vibrant and charming celebration of discovering family as an adult. So I know why I got this book, because family drama, right? So that's why I got this book. It sounded real juicy and messy. So we gonna see. I'm gonna put this in the fuck it, let's do it, pal. Fuck it, let's do it. So with all that being said, I have four books in the F it, let's do it, pal. And then One Summer in Savannah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and put this in the Discord for the end of July. So that's what we're gonna do. So out of 10, I decided on 5 for July. Now what the other 7 books are gonna look like for July, I don't know. So I'm gonna make a separate video when I decide what July's TBR is gonna look like. And yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Leave me a little heart, something in the chat. Leave me a little swan or something, I don't know. And let me know which book I should start with reading first. And if you like this video, share it with a family, friend, or your co-worker or something, I don't know. Just don't share it with your baby daddy, because I'm married and I don't got no room to be arguing and nothing like that, because I don't want your man. But yes, all jokes aside, thank you. And I'll see you next video.